The process I went through to evolve to breatharianism was a lengthy process. It's actually like going through your fear of death, which means, to those that don't understand, which means you're going to go through every fear that you have of not eating ever again. So as well as your body evolving, you evolve spiritually and you evolve mentally. So the process is actually many different things. You have the physical, which means my stomach and my intestines and my internal organs actually shrunk. I allowed them to shrink back. When we eat food, we do not allow our organs to shrink back. That feeling that we have, that experts call hunger, have conditioned us to believe is hunger, is actually our internal organs trying to shrink back so it can do what it is supposed to do. But the experts have conditioned us to believe that we must never, ever allow our organs to shrink back, and the sensation we feel is called hunger, and we must feed the hunger. So when you become a breatharian, you let go of that belief system, and in time you allow your organs to shrink back. And in doing that, you experience things you have never experienced before in your life. You are never allowed to experience in your life. Because if you experience these things, then you will know and you will learn that the whole hunger, the whole dependency on man-made foods is a lie. And you can actually survive without eating. So my process was the shrinking of my internal organs. Spiritually, I became more open, more aware, lighter. My thought patterns were more metaphysical. And one of the most important things for me in my breatharian process is that I was able to see life in a different way, see people in a different way, react with people in a different way. And this will sound really bad, but I was able to see all the shit that people project or have projected onto me, and as I go through life, project onto me in normal life, which is normal for them, but I could actually see the projection of their pain, of their anger, of their confusion, of their hurt, and see it as it is, where they couldn't see it. So that allowed me to navigate people and navigate life a lot differently, and I had to learn how to do that, and I had to learn how to deal with the sensations of my organ shrinking, of my body changing. So that was pretty much the process, the breatharian process, part of the evolution, and that took time. Did I embrace the idea of going food-free straight away? Heck no. No, it took some time, and that was part of the evolution itself. That was part of the transition. I didn't even want to go breatharian in the very beginning. It was a total evolution thing. It wasn't until after I went through the back end of liquidarianism that I could see breatharianism and see the sense in it. And it wasn't until then that I could actually embrace breatharianism, because I could actually feel it and see it. My most memorable experience transitioning to breatharianism has got to be my organs shrinking and going through what I call the death process. That's by far the most memorable, because as I said before, that's facing your greatest fear head on, face on. And that will actually make or break you. Do I believe breatharianism can be done only through spirituality? Hell no. I believe doing it through just spirituality, as in meditation and sitting under a tree playing a guitar, I think that's just going halfway. I think that's the problem with most of the practitioners in the world today, and also the teachers, because the teachers are only teaching the love and the light aspect of it, when the other half is actually the physical, exercising the physical body and doing the cleansing, the physical cleansing that needs to be done. It's vital that these things are done, and that's what's missing in the teaching of the lifestyle. It's just half. So all these gurus, high-profile breatharians, in my opinion, are only teaching half the story. I've seen too many people do meditation for a week and then think they're breatharians and they can go food-free, and it never happens. They end up sick, or they end up just going back, being stressed out with normal life, and they go back to food and eating. It's not a complete teaching. What do I think of spirituality itself? I think it's bullshit. 100% bullshit. I believe that, especially the New Age spirituality, is a huge distraction, just like everything else in this life. It's all built on a lie. It's an industry, multi-million-dollar industry. You know, to say that you will be enlightened if you buy cards, if you read somebody's future, if you read somebody's palm, all this stuff is just bullshit. If you wear certain color clothing, you know, it makes you more spiritual. It's all bullshit. I think spirituality in this society is making people weaker. It's making people depend on outside sources and not from within, the real within. And I believe that you can only find the real within by stripping away the food, the sedation, the addiction, the emotional attachment, by getting physically fit and staying physically active, and cleaning the body internally from years of abuse, from years of putting unnatural products in the body that end up as toxic waste. And I believe then, and only then, once you experience the cleansing and the lightness and the freedom, that you can actually begin to find out who you really are. And that journey, that process itself, I believe, is what they call Tantra. Real Tantra, not this book, sex, sexual positions and all this kind of stuff. That's bullshit. That's a huge distraction from finding out about the real self. And that's what I believe spirituality is. It's just another distraction. And you have fake gurus that you know, go hide away on a mountaintop where there's no challenges. Anybody can do that and be peaceful, you know. But you get into relationships, you learn how to relate with people with the opposite sex in a peaceful way by clearing the body, clearing the thoughts, getting less toxic. That to me is spirituality. That path right there, facing the challenges of all that, is spirituality. That is Tantra to me.
Love.
How do I believe we're living as breatharians? It's certainly, I don't believe it's only prana. I don't even believe prana exists, to tell you the truth. And this whole light thing, to tell you the truth, I think it's all bullshit at the end of the day. I believe that, I'll speak for myself, I believe that I am living this way because my body is creating everything it needs as I go, in any given moment. I don't believe in prana, I don't believe in light, and we're surviving and we're just, poof, we're magic, we're just like that. And if you just love everybody, then you're going to be living off prana and light and no food, and you're just living on love. To tell you the truth, that is bullshit, because the whole process of evolving to this state in the first place takes a lot more than love. It takes physical fitness, it takes cleansing, it takes a lot of commitment and dedication. It takes an amazing amount of love for yourself, but you won't see that. You're too busy fighting. You're too busy working hard. So yeah, for me, speaking for myself, I give all credit to my body, 100%. Is this lifestyle for everybody or just certain people? I believe that this lifestyle isn't for everybody. And I also believe only certain people can evolve to it. I believe that it depends on wherever you're from spiritually and where you're at spiritually. I'll explain that again. It depends where you're at spiritually, as in upstairs, and it depends where you're at spiritually, as in down here on earth. It depends if you can receive the connection, if you can receive the calling to go back to this original state. I believe this original state is actually the next evolution, or could be the next evolution. And I don't think everybody can make it. Do I believe breatharianism should be taught to random people? No, I don't believe it should be taught to random people. I believe it's totally irresponsible to think that you can even do that. It's a sacred and ancient lifestyle. And to give you a perspective on that, I recommend a 15-year transition. Not 3 weeks, not 21 days, not a week's meditation, 15 years. Do I feel fitness and cleansing are a key factor? Yes, if you want to transition to any lifestyle, I believe fitness and cleansing are two of the major factors. Do I think people can go breatharian immediately? I think there's only one answer to that, one word answer, and that's starvation. How do people treat me and react to my lifestyle? In the beginning it was awful, it was terrible. I was just getting attacked left, right and centre. Now, I guess just like with anything new, it takes people a while to get used to the idea, to get used to the concept, and to get used to seeing me perfectly fine. Now people are giving me so much love and support, and it's fantastic. It really is quite fantastic now. How do I deal with negative comments? I don't know if I do deal with them. Before, I mean, gosh, to be honest with you, I can't lie to you, they hurt a great deal when people say stuff. But I'm so used to it, it's like a little bit like water off a duck's back. And that's pretty much it. I can't let anything stop me doing what I do, because this is my evolution. It's my life, so I can't let anybody stop me doing what I want to do because they don't agree with it and they want to say something about it. How do I deal with social events and situations? Just the same way. Well, I lie to you, I don't. I can't be around people for too long. because of energies and sensitivities and things like that. So if I want to be somewhere, I will be there regardless of where it is, restaurant, a pub or nightclub or whatever, if I want to be there. If I don't want to be there, then I won't be there. That's pretty much how I deal with social situations. Do I ever want to go to a desert island away from people? I've got to admit, yes. I'm finding that more and more as I travel on this path. I think I don't think I can be with anybody relationship-wise, because I think my I just think it's just so hard either way, both ways, for me to have somebody in my life, in my space, relationship-wise. They have to be like on the same page as me. They have to be clear and light and, pain, anger-free and all that kind of stuff. They would have had to have done so much work on themselves, and you just don't get that in this society. And it's been too troublesome, just dealing with people. I do my best, and I used to try to think that I can socialize and just do everything as I normally do, but I can't. It affects me too much, and it's too much trouble. So yes, sometimes I just wish I could just get away to the Himalayas, and sometimes I can understand it when people, gurus, go off to the Himalayas, sit under a tree and play guitar all day and live their life and have total happiness. I can totally understand that sometimes, but that's not my path. My path is to be here. My path is to face challenges and grow. So that's what I do. What do I do for fun? That is a very difficult question at the moment, because everything on this planet and everything that everyone does on this planet bores the crap out of me. I can't relate to anything anymore. So finding something that I can make up to have my own fun is very difficult now. So the only thing I really do for fun is listen to my music on my iPod. And that's pretty much it right now. I spend hours of my time wishing away the hours, just racking my brain trying to find something to do that's worthwhile for me. And the only thing that's worthwhile for me really is living my purpose. What is the secret to my success? The secret to my success is submitting to my intuition and doing the work on myself that I didn't want to do. Do I feel I have a purpose? Very good question. Yes, I do feel I have a purpose. In fact, my life really, really isn't worth living unless I'm living my purpose. I believe my purpose is the same purpose I've had in all my past lives, which is to show people to a whole new lifestyle, a whole new way of living. If I could go back in time, would I change my evolution to this lifestyle? Believe it or not, I will say no. Do I have intimate relationships with women on cooked food diet? I have done in the past, and to be honest with you, it hasn't been good in regards to the diet side of things for me. It's been a total compromise, and I really have got to the point where I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do the whole shopping thing. I don't want to do the whole buying food, waiting in line for food and buying stuff that I wouldn't buy for myself, like food or toilet paper and stuff like that. I've got so self-centered in that respect. I don't even want to deal with food. I don't even want to see people eating around me, to tell you the truth. So yeah, being with me can be hard work, very hard work for someone that's not supportive of the lifestyle. And I've been with women like that too many times, and I'm not going to do it anymore. It's too much of a compromise. Do I believe in breatharians being monitored and tested? No, I don't. I don't agree with it at all. It doesn't make a blind bit of difference at all, because the information never gets out, or it's twisted. It's just a complete waste of time. Unless you're going to follow someone or keep them in captivity for the rest of their life to prove that they were a breatharian for the rest of their life, it doesn't make a blind bit of difference. You know, because everyone's going to debunk it for whatever reason they want to see fit. So it doesn't really matter. If you offered me £1 million, would I go back to cooked food? Just think, I could have my own centre, my own retreat centre with that £1 million. I could help the world. No, I wouldn't. I would, to be honest with you, I would continue, as broke as I am, I would continue on this path. Because I know too much. I've learned too much about staying in the mainstream society and how destructive it is. I don't want to grow old and be in a old people's home, really, for no reason. There's no reason for old age, really, but for the lifestyle that other people live. So I will continue to be outside of the system, outside of the matrix. So you can keep your £1 million, unfortunately. Do I believe in immortality? Yes, I do actually. But I believe that it's not the way we think it is. It's not the way society believes it is. If you were to say immortality, people would be like, oh, we live forever, right now, and never die. I don't believe in that belief system of immortality. I believe that if we stopped trashing our bodies, we could live much longer than we would normally do. I believe that with all the generation after generation after generation of this lifestyle, this destructive lifestyle, I don't know. I believe it will take many more generations to heal and recover for us to live and never die. I believe that would take time. I don't believe in immortality straight away. I believe the next generation, hopefully, if they take on this lifestyle, will sow the seeds for the next generation to heal the next generation, the generation after that. If people want to go breatharian, what do I suggest they do? To be honest with you, I suggest that they look at themselves very carefully. I suggest that they are willing to invest at least 15 years to transition to breatharianism. It's not something you do just straight away. You wake up one morning and you decide you're not going to eat and drink ever again. That's starvation, and that is the current definition on the internet that you will find for breatharianism. So my whole point my whole work is to change that view. So my recommendation, if people want help, they're willing to invest 15 years to transition, and be very careful who they get their information from. People have described me as a master or teacher. How would I describe myself? I would describe myself as a rough diamond. I'm not a teacher in the least. My role is simply to be a living example of the lifestyle I choose to live. It's hard to actually describe me as a person. How can breatharianism help humanity? That is such a big question, because we have the world in this current state, in decline, apparently, and to be real with you, every single possible change for the better that we can make on this planet is breatharianism, in some way, shape or form. Breatharianism can help the poor. Breatharianism can bring down every corporation on the planet. For all you conspiracy theorists out there, you know, if you want to talk about bringing down all these corporations, about not being in control, about being free, then breatharianism is it. It just boils down to how much do people want it. How free do people actually want to be? You want to be free from addiction. If you want to be free from addiction, then you can do it. Total freedom from everything. No corporation can touch you, McDonald's, Monsanto, it doesn't matter what they do with breatharianism. If everyone decided to not be a consumer, to not be a useless eater, breatharianism is it. Nobody can touch you. But that's what the powers that be, the so-called powers that be, rely upon. They rely upon everything that's set in place to not allow you to be free in the mind or in the spirit or physically, that keep you sick, that keep your spirit down, your consciousness low. So yeah, breatharianism can help humanity, period. For me, it's the be-all and end-all. It's the final solution. We've tried everything else on this planet. We've tried big spirituality. We've tried all that. We've tried aggression. We've tried revolutions. Doesn't work. Why? Because it's not the complete solution. You know, if everybody went breatharian on this planet, the world would be so chilled out. Be a much better place. So yeah, in terms of, you know, poor people, sick people, spiritual people, everybody, breatharianism is it, if they want to take the step to break away and be free. My goals are quite lofty. To save the planet, help humanity change to an alternative lifestyle. And I believe at least sow the seeds, at least plant the seeds in people's minds that an alternative lifestyle is possible, and to continue to be the example. I want to have my own center, my own retreat center, my own piece of land where I can help people, where I can do my workshops, where I can just transform humanity, help transform humanity for those that are ready and open. Those are my goals, my dreams. My dreams are to find the other half of me, to find that special person that understands me, that gets me. That's a major part of my life that not many people know about, is to find that intimate soul, that female version of me. I'm coming to the conclusion that this whole love thing, this whole sacred union thing, is not what it's cracked up to be. It's not what people say it is. So I say bullshit to twin flames, twin souls, sacred union. I believe that really what we're all looking for is to reunite with our spirit family, our soul family, and the love that we seek is the love of a mother, father in an intimate form. So for me, that is one of the main points of my life that not many people know about, but they do now, I guess. And it's like one of the most important things in my life at the moment. I feel like I'm just waiting, lost, wandering, just waiting for this person. So yeah, hopefully that'll come soon.